people being injured after an explosion at a chemical factory in Boksburg. On the line, I'm joined by Ekurhuleni Emergency Services spokesperson William Ntladi. William, what can you tell us about that scene? 4 people taken off. Have you been able to quench those flames?
Thank you. Good evening to everyone and even to the listeners and viewers. Emergency services responded out to a factory fire in Boksburg. That is in Main Reef Road, just adjacent, not far away from Danswart. So on arrival, we found that now the factory, one of the workshops was well alight, and there was some explosions that took place there as a result of the containers that were burning inside that workshop. So, and we managed to contain the fire, extinguish it, and we had 4 people who were basically injured. So one of them was alleged to be a forklift driver who witnessed the starting of the fire. Apparently, it was because of the mixture of the 2 chemicals that they were working with that resulted with the fire. And subsequent to that, there were some explosions. Then he sustained facial injuries, neck and head, together with some inhalation burns. Has been in a critical conditions on site, and we had to transport him to the Glenwood Hospital in Benoni for further medical care. The other 3, being the 2 males and a female as well, suffered inhalation burns and were also transported to Sunshine Hospital and Tambo Memorial Hospitals respectively. So as we suspect, as per information on site, that this was as a result of, as I mentioned, 2 chemicals that actually mixed and reacted from that mixture and resulting with the blaze. And those detonations, like I said, is the 210-liter containers that were on the fire, and they ripped off through the roof of that workshop. And yes, we managed to contain and cool the area. And as we speak, the fire is extinguished.
And, you know, we are looking on screen at some of the visuals just from the smoke from that factory. Do we know who the factory belongs to?
We don't know the owner of the factory as such, but yes, the factory, we do have the name of the factory, the Rich Bay Chemicals in Danswart, Rich Bay Chemicals, that is based in Danswart, but the owners, we are not sure of that. However, the police officers are on site we're on site as well, doing the on-scene investigations, and we're still going back as emergency services to go and see as to how to do an investigation to assist in the investigations on the matter.
And just finally, before I let you go, in terms of the people that may have been on the property at that time, are you confident that all those 4 that you've taken to a hospital are the only ones that need a treatment on the property? Have you accounted for all the people that have been that would have been there leaving that property?
Look, that's what we can confirm now, that we had 4 patients. As to whether others were affected, that was not brought to our attention as emergency services. And we know that there was a heavy explosion. Then, but we can confirm we had only 4. Though after that, we also had to take some of our firefighters due to the fumes inhalation to the hospital for a checkup as they were coughing as well.
So what I'm confirming is the fact that there's no potential of there being anybody else that was caught up in this explosion that is unaccounted for.
We don't know. Like we say now, we only had these 4 that we as emergency service had to account for.
But do you know how many people were on the property at the time of the explosion?
No, that we don't know as to how many people, because when we arrived there, everybody was just out of the area, and we couldn't have an interview with the owners of the company to tell us as to how many employees were there at the time.
All right. That's where we'll leave it for tonight. Well, hopefully there aren't any more people that would have been on the property at the time of the explosion. But I guess more details will come to light tomorrow.